Hello, my subbies. Wie geht es Ihnen heute? Today, I'd like to talk to you about an update on Super Shiny Awesome Thing. And if you guys are wondering where I've been, it's because I graduated. Huzzah! Now I am a graduate, and it was undergrad, so I am currently multitasking as I'm studying for the GRE and attempting to get everything ready to get into grad school to apply. So super busy with that as well. So if you're wondering, that's where I've been. I wanted to talk to you about where Super Shiny Awesome Thing went. Well, I had to say goodbye to Super Shiny Awesome Thing. I got it removed a couple weekends ago because I had developed cellulitis. And what is cellulitis, you ask? I'll tell you. It is a skin infection. It's a common bacterial one. If you leave it unattended, it will eat away at your skin and it will get into your bloodstream and just cause a whole bunch of issues that nobody wants. So the only way to solve the problem is to remove the source, which was my dermal. So I contacted my piercer right away. I noticed that it was red around it. It was as red as a stop sign or as a lobster. And everybody noticed it, so I sent her a picture. She said, come in ASAP. I got it removed. And the process was not painless, but it wasn't as bad as when I had originally gotten it. All she did was, the hardest part was when she was trying to lift it. And I thought, is she going to just lift it out of my skin? Because that would have really, really sucked. Because the skin had already woven into the holes of the dermal post. She took a small needle, the small little scalpel, and just removed the skin off of it. Nothing too crazy or invasive. The scar is about the size of the dermal, or maybe even smaller, about, where the post was. It's not that bad. So she said it might shrink as well and fade like all other scars do. So I might end up getting Mederma once it starts to heal a little more, just to maybe further the healing, speed up the healing process for it and reduce the scarring. But it just looks like a mole or a birthmark, so it's not a big deal. As far as regrets go, I don't regret it. I don't really regret any of my piercings because it's just, if you don't like it, you take it out, and scars come with it. It's just part of the process. If you don't want scars, don't get it done. And I feel like you could scar yourself any way in life. That sounded really dark, but you could any kind of way in life. If you scratched up your knee really bad, or so on and so forth. But no, and I still recommend it to people who are curious, who have a piercer that is going to be on call for you, answer your questions, is very experienced with dermal piercings, and if they use biopsy punches, whatnot, as long as you do your research, you should be fine. It's just some people, it just doesn't work, and other factors play into it. I would suggest, if you do get it, do it at a time where you're not as stressed out and you can focus on it, because it is a kind of like getting a pet. You kind of have to watch it all the time and baby it and take care of it and make sure that it's properly groomed. But you kind of have to. That's kind of how it is. And I was so preoccupied with everything else I was doing that it just, I did take care of it to the best extent that I could, that I thought I could, but I think stress played a factor, and the fact that I couldn't give it all the attention that I could, and my piercer said that it might have moved while it was healing. So I don't know when that occurred, but I could have been more tactful in the way that I slept, the way that I did things. I don't know. Luckily, I never snagged it. I never did anything crazy. But still, it was kind of a relief to get it out, because it was one less thing to worry about, especially around finals time. So it was just one of those things. But I will continue to answer your questions regarding piercings. I might possibly post a video on tattoos. I made one before I graduated, so if I mention graduation, just bear with me. But, or I might just make a new one, but I'm just debating on whether or not I want to post that. Just if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below, send me a private message, whatever you're comfortable with. I'll see you all later.